Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Cal, and today I'm going to talk about suspension. Okay, have you ever bought a set of coilovers, pretty pricey, just to have them get blown? Well, that's what happened to me, and that's why I want to tell you guys what I found out. Okay, a little bit about me. My name's Cal. I was a mechanic and have been a mechanic for over 12 years now. I went to UTI Automotive School. Go UTI! I know if you guys probably have mixed feelings about that, but that's fine. That's where I went. I worked for Mercedes. I worked for Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge. I've done restoration on cars, mostly Fords, Mustangs, but I've touched Chevys as well. I've done body work, so I'm pretty well rounded. So I kind of know a few things. I don't know everything. Excuse me. So about 2 years back, what I did was I made a video. I did a review on the HKS Hipermax SPs. Okay, I compared them to what I had on my 2011 Subaru STI. I had BC coilovers at that time. You know, I decided, hey, you know what? I have a little bit of money. Let's invest in something that will be worth it and give me longevity. So I did just that. You know, I did my research and, you know, I weighted the options between bags and coilovers. So I wanted something that was going to be functional for me. I wanted something that I can drive on the street, give a good stance to the car, but something that I could take out to the track. So at the time when I was doing my research, I looked at different race car companies and everything. Most of them were running coilovers, so I thought, you know, okay, let's go that route. For me at the time, bags are too expensive, although there are good options if you're willing to spend about, you know, $2,500 to $4,000. That's roughly where they're at. I ended up spending actually close to $2,100 on my coilover. So I mean, it's kind of the same, but at that time, like I said, what I wanted was a coilover. So I got these Hipermax. I put them on the car. First thing I thought, I was like, wow, these are 30-way adjustable. I'm gonna set it to the stiffest setting there is. You know, I wanted my car to be bouncing up and down with every little crack. I was like, you know what, that's why I bought these. So I did that, ran the car for about a year, then one of the coilovers blew. So with one coilover that was blown, fast forward to now, I now have 3. And it wasn't until after I spoke with one of my friends that I realized what I did wrong. So one thing that we don't take into consideration when we buy coilovers is who's gonna ride in your car. Is this a track car? If it's gonna be a street car, are you gonna pack it up with a lot of weight? Did I get it balanced correctly? Do I have the right camber on it? All those factors come into play. I did not do any of those. I thought that with an alignment that was fine. Then I started to take all my friends on rides. I was like, hey, check out my coilovers. You know, I have my baby seat right here. Just a bunch of stuff in the trunk. Okay, so the issue was that whenever I set up, or whenever you get a set of coilovers, the first thing that we think or that we hear is that the factory preset them. Okay, you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is install. But guess what? What they did was they did a preset to the weight of the car, and they estimated what an average person would weigh. Now, I'm 6'1", 6'2", about 260 pounds. That's not your average person. Okay, I'm supposed to be around 180 pounds for the height that I am. So clearly we're off already by, you know, almost 100 pounds. So aside from that, setting it up to the stiffest point is kind of killing the longevity of the coilovers. Okay, if I'm not on the track, why do I want it at that setting? Because I want to bounce everywhere? Yeah, that's what I thought. But that's not the case. So what's something that you can do for your coilovers when you do buy them, if you're going to run it as a street application and then a track application? You can look at what the springs are rated at already, just the springs themselves. some companies have options that will give you a spring that's rated for more weight. So if that's the way that you want to go, then you could definitely look into seeing what options the company has to give you springs that are rated at a higher weight. Okay, so once you get that going, the first thing that you need to understand is that when you're putting it in a street application, if it's 30 way adjustable, why not just set it to the lowest setting that it has? Give it life, let it breathe. Don't dial anything in until you're actually at the track. No, not unless you live in a neighborhood that has nicely paved roads, or drive on streets that have no potholes, which is not Los Angeles. Then go ahead and set it up how you want. But this is a mistake that I made, and even though I'm very careful when I drive, it happened regardless. Okay, there's a lot of weight being pushed on the car, especially if you hit a bump, something in the road, a pothole. The amount of pressure that those coilovers are under are going to be pretty harsh. Okay, so you're going to miss out on a lot of stuff. Okay, so when I was doing my research and trying to figure out what I wanted to do as far as coilovers or bags, I had a friend that had the set of bags, which is the one that gave me the information on what I did wrong. Jimmy, what's up? So what he told me was that sometimes, you know, the way that he felt with the bags initially when he first got them, he's like, you know what, they're way better than coilovers. I don't know why it took so long, but after having the coils for quite a while, and him having the bags for quite a while, of course we both learned from it. So what he learned was that when you take your car constantly to the track, you have coils on a hot day, you know, heat is going to soak the bags. Air is going to expand under heat. So what he was telling me was that sometimes he would set the bags at a certain rate and he would just feel the sponginess of the air that's compressing the system. Now, this was minimal, but he drives his car as much as he does, so he knows small things that happen. Okay, there's a lot of companies out there, big companies, great companies, airlift suspension, that have systems that can counteract this. You know, they have small ECUs on their systems that can read when one side is getting more pressure than the other, or can compensate. So I'm not knocking bags at all, but for the application that I wanted, I want coils. So what's to do next? Thankfully, there's companies out there like Field Suspension out in Orange County that actually rebuild these coilovers, so that when you do spend a significant amount of money, like I did, $2,100 on coils, now you could put money back in your investment. Had I known all the things that I know now, like corner balancing, camber adjustments, you know, weight distribution, all that stuff, you know, I would have treated my coilovers a little bit better. But this is why I'm doing the video, so that you don't make the same mistake that I did. Okay, so again, my application, I drive in the NASA circuit. Okay, so NASA has sanctioned races at your local track. I guess the one closest to me right now is Fontana Speedway. So that's the first time where I took out the car, you know, on the track. They have a roval, which is not just the oval, it's an inside track as well. Right there, I learned a lot, especially with the instructors. They have a program where you can go up 4 levels, you know, with the instructor, the last level being you by yourself. Once you're done with all 4, you can apply for a racing license and start doing your own races. There's a lot of other companies and organizations that you can go to. So there's a lot of different organizations that you could go out and race for. Another one being SCCA. I used to be a part of that as well. So basically, what I want to do for you guys tomorrow is I'm going to set up the video where I'm going to take off the suspension. We're going to take a look at it. I'm gonna let you know just a few more things and be a little bit more specific with what I'm gonna do. So I'd appreciate it if you guys would hit that subscribe button, and that way you guys are up to date with everything that I post up. I did take a while to make this video, but hopefully moving forward I'll be a little bit more consistent on the videos, and I appreciate your guys' feedback. So anything you guys want to put in the comments, critique me, please let me know what I'm doing wrong or what you guys like, and I'd completely appreciate that. Alright, you guys can look up the team on Instagram. My team is called Blacklisted SoCal. Okay, we're based out of Los Angeles. My Instagram is at Rocking Cali Cal. It's Rocking Noji _ Cali CALI _ Cal. Alright, see you guys soon.